Well, good morning to you. It's Saturday the 29th of August and bank holiday weekend. I'm just back from a wonderful couple of weeks off. Thank you very much for all your thoughts and prayers for us as a family over that time, especially with the funeral that began our time away. It went really as well as these things can. And we're grateful for all your loving support. I just wanted to catch up with you at the start of this weekend because it's a very, very big weekend for us. First and foremost, we're welcoming our new minister, Karen Hilsden, who is joining us in the circuit. She's moved in and is chomping at the bit, ready to start work with us. We're delighted that Karen is with us and her parents are with us this weekend as well. Of course, we've got our online worship available on YouTube from 10 o'clock, going live at 10:30 on Facebook. But just as importantly this week, we'd love you to come to the coffee and chat in a Zoom room after the service from 11:30. There are some aspects of the welcome service that are best done live with promises and pledges and commitments that Karen makes, but that we all make as a circuit to Karen, to God, to one another, and the circuit leadership team will be recommissioned for another year. So join us from 11:30 in the coffee and chat Zoom room, and we will begin with some formalities with welcoming Karen and her promises and commitments, the circuit leadership team, etc. And we also have a student minister, Phil Robinson, who is joining us for the next 2 years, all being well. He'll be working with us across the circuit, and so we welcome Phil and his family tomorrow. They live in Southport, but Phil will be joining us live too at 11:30. After the formalities, we'll go into breakout rooms. There'll be a breakout room with Karen in it, one with Phil in it, and one or two others. And you'll be able to move from one to another, much as we did with the farewell service. So you will all, if you wish, get a chance to say hello to Karen and have a quick chat with her. So please do join us for morning worship tomorrow, and then for the very important coffee and chat Zoom room. It's going to be a very special occasion marking the start of a brand new church year. And then secondly, just to make sure you've had the invitation either to this Sunday afternoon or next Sunday afternoon, that's the 30th of August tomorrow, or the 6th of September, a week tomorrow, to join us for a drive-in covenant and communion. We've been wanting to share communion for such a long time, and this feels like the best way for us to do it as a circuit. So we've split the circuit into two groupings, and the first grouping is tomorrow afternoon in the car park at Midge Hall. And this is for the congregations of Midge Hall and Leyland and Heskin, Eccleston and Spendmore Lane. Any of you are invited to book in, and you'll be given a slot, time to arrive, and you'll be with other people, socially distanced. You'll come out of your car and stand at a social distance to one another. And in the car park there, myself and Jill and Ellen will be sharing in a short covenant and communion service with individual cups, with wafers and with juice. The weather forecast for tomorrow is okay. If it did happen to be raining, then we wouldn't be holding the event. And the buildings won't be open, so there won't be toilet or other facilities available. And the short act of worship will last about 15 minutes, and then you get in your car and go home, and another group of people arrive. So you do need to book in for this event tomorrow afternoon, and you book in with Barbara, who's one of the stewards at Midge Hall, and Barbara's telephone number is 01772 490147. 01772 490147. And her email address is Barbara Ann, all one long word, Ann with an E at the end, Barbara Ann, ANNE, at blueyonder.co.uk. Barbara Ann at blueyonder.co.uk. You must book in so that we can plan accordingly. And then the following week, the 6th of September, again from 2 till 4 in the afternoon, though we'll finish when we've served the last that has booked in. We're at Hillside Methodist Church in Brinscall in their car park, and we're sharing communion there with the congregations from Hillside, Chorley, Exton, Whitley Woods, Withnell Fold and Adlington. So if you belong to those congregations and you're available on Sunday the 6th of September, then do please book in. Once again, the buildings won't be open, there won't be facilities available, but you'll be invited to park on the road and then come and join us in the car park for communion. Karen and I, and maybe others, will be helping to share covenant communion on Sunday the 6th of September. If you want to book in for that event, do please ring Paul, who's one of the leadership team at Hillside, who's offered to do this. Paul Barron. His mobile number is 07855 537 188. 07855 537 188. And his email address is Paul Barron, that's BARRON, Paul Barron 921, all one long word, at iCloud.com. Paul Barron 921 at iCloud.com. Do book in. I suppose I should say that if you belong to the groupings that are invited on the 6th of September and you can't make it, by all means do book in and come and join us tomorrow at Midge Hall. And likewise, if you're not available to come to Midge Hall tomorrow and you belong to one of the churches that are planned for tomorrow, then by all means give Paul a ring for the 6th of September and see if you can book in then. It does feel like an important time for us as we begin a new church year as a new team with new staff members, and in a very, very different way to any other previous connectional year has begun. Most of our churches are still not open for worship, though many are intending to during this month, at least to give it a try and to see how it goes. We will continue. We've made a commitment to continue with our online worship indefinitely, so nobody loses out, and we pray for all of our leadership teams across the circuit as they make plans for opening our buildings for worship and for prayer and for other activities in a safe and responsible way. So we begin the year by sharing communion together and by sharing a covenant prayer together. I'm no longer my own, but yours, Lord. Put us to what you will. None of us quite knows what the next few months is going to be like. In our online services, we're going to be journeying through Matthew's Gospel, as we have through August, Jesus walking on water, feeding the 5,000. In chapters 17, 18 and up to 23, 24, there's lots of Jesus's teaching, lots of Jesus's parables. So we're going to be following through Matthew's Gospel over the next few months, September, October, November, right up to Advent. Also worth saying, as we start a new church year, that it has been designated a year of prayer for the Methodist Church. Now, I know we should be praying at all times, pray without ceasing, but there's a renewed focus this year on prayer for mission and evangelism and discipleship and the growth of the church. So watch out for initiatives coming from the national church, presumably from the district too, and from our circuit as we seek to build a people, a group of disciples who are committed to praying in all sorts of ways and at all times and in all places. A year of prayer for God to be even more at work amongst us and through us. So yes, sorry, a little introduction to this very, very big weekend, the welcome service tomorrow, the covenant and communion tomorrow afternoon, and a week on Sunday. And if you do have a car and are thinking of coming and you have spare places in your car, I think with as much social distancing and mask wearing, face covering as possible, you might want to consider whether there's somebody from the congregation that you'd like to invite to come with you to share covenant communion. So long as Barbara and Paul have the correct numbers and there are no unexpected arrivals, we're trying to keep things COVID-19 safe, then do think about whether there's somebody that you could bring with you tomorrow who perhaps otherwise wouldn't be able to get there. If you have any questions, then do get in touch with Barbara or with Paul or with myself. And I wish you a very, very happy, and at the moment it's sunny across Lancashire, a very happy and a blessed bank holiday weekend. And maybe next time I speak to you will be at the start of a brand new church year, full of optimism, excitement, enthusiasm for the future, but also conscious of the grief and the pain of these last few months. So wishing you well, have a great day. Hope to see you tomorrow morning, and hope to see you either in the car park at Midge Hall or the car park at Hillside on either of the next 2 Sundays. Take care. God bless you. Bye.